Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Got his man quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. He turns that loose down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Bermudez. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Ducks are marching down the field. He wants to throw. Going up top. Got it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Ducks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really wanted to turn the page after losing their last game. So how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And they did tack on the extra point, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out. At the 13. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year...
Got a lot of running room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Smashes through. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Vincent. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Wisconsin! What a grab and go for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set, first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Buys a little time. Hauls it in. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator,
it's complete. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here, going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. Wisconsin 14, Oregon 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
How about the defender being a heat heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that is the cardinal sin of playing the quarterback position. Rolling out either direction, throwing it back across your body to the middle of the field, man, you are asking for trouble, and the defense makes them pay.
Motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Vincent. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
It's complete on the right side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Going deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. A run for the quarterback. Past the 30. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now he'll throw back into the middle. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
At the 1-yard line, brings up 2nd and goal.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead. Going into the half, I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Getting some heat. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Takes the easy completion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The play-action fake. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The tag. Touchdown, Ducks. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They go to the ground. The Badgers get enough to move the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the run, now to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Vincent. He's looking deep. And it's picked off for the third time today.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's now third down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
It's complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Direct snap. And the Ducks get it past the sticks.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Hits him in stride of the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Vincent. Looking for a huge play. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. This time it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 28, Wisconsin 21.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Here comes the hurry up.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will audible. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Bermudez. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Ready to try the point after.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them.
Open runway ahead. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Trying to get to it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Obliterates him, still on the move. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Now it's second and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Oregon.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. It's now 4th and goal. Number 14 on the field goal.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports